Hello and welcome back to Thinking About Star Realms. In this video, we're going to be playing Chapter 3, Mission 2 of the campaign. As always, if you have any strategy tips or think that I made the wrong decision at any point, please put it in the comments. If you notice, we're starting off, our opponent started off at 60 health to our 50, so slight 10 health lead over us, and both us and our opponent have a frontier fleet as a gambit. What it does is obviously it gives us 1 damage per turn, which means that this game is going to go a little bit faster than a normal game. So our opponent bought an Imperial Fighter first turn. So I kind of want to grab the Battle Barge to counter that, because again, with the Frontier fleets, this game's going to be going a bit faster. Plus, I don't want to allow the AI opponent to pair their Star Empire ships, so we're not constantly getting discard hitting us. Alternative buys here, maybe double Explorer, because we're early on in the game, so trade's valuable, and there's not a lot of good trade in the trade row. I mean, there's the trading post, which it only gives us 1 trade, but does provide 4 defense of an outpost, so that might be useful to stop that, 1 damage from the Frontier fleet. Battle Screecher is good as an aggressive card. It's way too early for Stealth Needle, but I do like the Battle Barge, just to kind of deny our opponent it. But hey, they get a second Imperial Fighter, so boo. And they do take the Stealth Needle and the Imperial Fighter. Fair enough. So if we want to keep going aggressive, we can grab the Battle Screecher and try to use that to control the trade row in our favor. I love Barter World early, but both us and our opponent kind of went for rather aggressive builds, and the only expensive card in the trade row is the Royal Redoubt, which, I mean, 3 damage a turn and 6 outpost. It's nothing to write home to your mama about. So let's grab us a Battle Screecher. Blob Wheel is an option, just to have some trade that we can carry turn from turn in case something good comes up, but I think that is better if we do have some blobs in our deck, like if we grab the Battle Screecher right now. Junkyard comes out. I think I've ranted about that card before. What to discard? Honestly, there's nothing with 4 that is worth buying here. I think you discard the Scout, pay 3 for the Blob Wheel, and then figure out what we want to scrap from the trade row. So, Scout to get a Blob Wheel. Let's see what our opponent has coming up. They have a Stealth Needle and an Imperial Fighter coming up, and not much trade. I mean, they're not investing heavily into trade either. So I feel like maybe dumping the Barter World to deny our opponent it. I feel like the AI is going to grab the Federation Shuttle, but I feel like letting it, because it's not a lot of trade and it will interfere with its aggressive plans. So let's just get rid of the Barter World. Again, because we're not going to have any more trade on this turn, we want to be very careful about scrapping stuff, because we don't know what's going to come out. We expose a second trading post, but I mean, the defense is not horrible. But maybe we should be picking up cheap bases to use that battle barge ability. Anyways, so what to discard? The damage off the Viper isn't much, but I mean, we're gonna use 2 of our trade to get a cutter, and then we'd have 1 trade left over. We don't want the Fed Shuttle. I would not take the Machine Cult card, the Machine Cult 1 cost either. I wouldn't mind the whatever 1 cost Blob, that would be good. Or the 1 cost Star Empire, but our opponent already has 2 of those, so that's not very likely to come up. So I think it's very likely that this scout's not going to do us anything, so I would prefer to just take that extra 1 damage. So, scout. Grab the cutter because, yeah, it's getting us a little bit into trade, but also 4 authority gain is good. And our opponent does have, you know, a couple blue bases plus the stealth needle, so they have a decent chance of activating that 4 damage on it, so deny our opponent it. But hey, if they want Fed Shuttles, they can have them. The damage difference is closing fast. Ooh, 2 Fed Shuttles. Quaking at my boots. No, wait. 2 Fed Shuttles and an Explorer. That's good if you want to get the command ship, but hey, I have a Battle Screecher. No command ship for you. Question is, do I Battle Screecher before or after I buy the Battle Screecher? I mean, there's not many cards that can come up that I prefer over the Battle Screecher, so again, play the Cutter Scout, buy the Battle Screecher, and see if whatever comes up is something we want to scrap with the Screecher, and then scrap the command ship for sure, and maybe the Royal Readout. I'll leave the Junkyard up because it's getting further on in the game, so scrap's not that bad. The Freighter is almost a dead card at this point because, you know, once you get rid of the command ship, there's no guarantee that there's going to be anything good available. And Royal Readout might be annoying in our opponent's hands because they do have a decent number of yellow cards. But yeah, we'll think about that. So, get the Screecher. Scrap command ship and Royal Readout. Flipped over 2 survey ships. I mean, they're not bad cards because, you know, our opponent does have the Imperial Fighter to ally them with, and, you know, they might be going for some trade, but yeah. I feel like we have a more solid deck because we have, you know, a concrete mission and we're sticking to it. Obviously, I'd prefer if there was, you know, more big, sexy stuff, well, cheap, aggressive cards to buy, but, you know, Trade Row ain't giving us what we want, but not giving our opponent much good either. And we did make up that 10 health lead our opponent started with, so I think we are in a good place. Let's see what's gonna happen now. That is annoying. Discard 2 cards, but hey, we get an Imperial Frigate. And yeah, I'll kill the Blob Wheel for that. Because, you know, with the relatively small amount of good damage that's come out so far, and the fact that both us and our opponent have decent investments in yellow, I'll scoop that up. We're going to get the Blob Fighter, perfect for the 1 remaining trade we have. Trade Escort comes out, that is decent card. And our opponent can't get it anyways. We theoretically might be able to get it, you know, if we get 3 scouts and the cutter, but yeah, or we'll scrap it if we have blob creature thingy. Another blob fighter, which is going to go well with the other 3 blobs we have in our deck. We can't afford the Imperial Frigate, which I'm a little disappointed with. I'm not happy that I turned that over for my opponent, but I'm happy that I got the blob fighter. Yeah, not gonna buy an explorer this late. They take the freighter. Okay. Do we discard Battle Barge and take the Trade Escort? No, because that way we cannot destroy the trading post. And getting an Imperial Frigate is pretty damn good on its own. Because, again, like, by destroying the trading post and having our opponent discard a card, we're making it that much harder for our opponent to be able to afford the Trade Escort. And ultimately, we can get rid of it with a Battle Screecher or buy it if we have both Battle Screechers and a Scout in hand, because, you know, they do ally for 2 trade. So yeah. Take our Imperial Frigate. Space Station comes into the trade row. That's a solid card. Allies well with the Star Empire cards and can scrap for trade. So good overall card. I would have much rather be, you know, breaking away a little bit further in authority from our opponent, but I mean, the fact that we're ahead of them, it's good already. They take the Trade Escort. Yeah, with the dual Battle Screechers, we can grab the Space Station, I guess. And there's really nothing we want to get rid of in the trade row. Maybe the Embassy Yacht, because that can be annoying. But yeah, they only have the 2 bases, so let them have the Embassy Yacht. Nothing. No thanks. Grab the Space Station. Again, turning over an Imperial Fighter for them. Card I don't really want them to have, but not a big deal. We can scrap the Imperial Frigate to draw the Scout and buy the Imperial Fighter, but I'd call the Frigate strictly better than the Fighter, so I'm not taking that downgrade. We really do have our opponent low, so one good hand and we got him. I don't think they quite have enough damage to burst us down yet, so that's good. They got the Junkyard. Whoop the effing do. Yeah, I'll take the Imperial Fighter. Deny our opponent it, but at this point I don't think this game will last to the next shuffle. Battle Pod again. Insurance policies and Trade Bot is way too late. And scrapping the Space Station for the Mech World, not worth it. Yeah, you're getting 2 more outpost defense, but we're getting 2 more damage off the Space Station. And damage kills our opponent while slowing our opponent's damage down is not going to buy us much, if anything. And I believe that is game. Nothing. Yeah. That is that. As you saw, it was just about being aggressive and staying the course. Um, as I always say, look at what the trade row provides for you and play it. I think this matchup, it's fairly fair. I mean, the AI starts with 10 more trade than you and is going first, so both those are advantages in its favor, but with good play, you should be able to overcome those. And yeah, just to build a solid deck and play to what you know, you know? Anyways, um, thank you for watching. If you see a play I missed, throw it in the comments. If you disagree with me going, super aggressive with this game, throw that in the comments. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day and bye bye.